Hello friends, welcome to my channel Excellent Coaching. Let us discuss about the four lobes of the brain. So our cerebral cortex is divided into the four lobes. First one is the frontal lobe. Then on the sides we have temporal lobe. Then we have a parietal lobe at the top portion of the brain and occipital lobe at the back side. So this is your back side, occipital lobe, and frontal lobe is your front side as the name suggests. So all the four lobes of the cerebral cortex have different functions to perform. For example, the frontal lobe is mainly concerned with all the important cognitive functions such as your attention, your thinking, memory, learning, reasoning. All these things are controlled by the frontal lobe. So when we say somebody is very intelligent, we are referring to the functions of the frontal lobe of that person. Then we have a temporal lobe which is at the side, maybe just above the ears, the portion of the brain. It is the temporal lobe, and it is primarily concerned with the processing of auditory information. So whatever you hear is processed through the temporal lobe, and memory of symbolic sounds also, and memory of the words. Whatever I am speaking, you will memorize through your temporal lobe. Understanding of my speech and my written language also depend on this temporal lobe. Next is the occipital lobe, which is at the back side. So it is responsible for the visual information. If you are able to see the picture in the PPT here, then you are using your occipital lobe. The visual impulses and the memory for the visual stimuli and the color orientation, everything is controlled by the occipital lobe. And then at the top there is parietal lobe, which is mainly concerned with the cutaneous sensation that is related to your skin. So cutaneous sensations and their coordination with visual and auditory sensations. So this is how the functions of the brain are distributed. But we cannot say that it is only the particular lobe or a particular part of the brain that performs a function, and other than this no other part is involved. Suppose if taking the example of collecting visual information, it is not that only occipital lobe is involved. Each and every part of your brain is involved, but there is a localization of function. What is localization of function? Localization means the part which is responsible for a particular function is performing the most important function, but others are also supporting. They are also providing some kind of support to that particular part. The whole brain is working here, not only just one part, but it is only that one particular part is wholly responsible for that function to occur successfully. And we have also seen that sometimes we can see that our brain is shown as divided into two hemispheres, which is left and right side. So except for the four lobes, we can also see that we can divide our brain in two sides. One is left side and right side, that is the left hemisphere and right hemisphere. And while we have divided it, because of the function they are performing differently from each other. So we see that somewhere they say that if you are very good in your language, that is because your left hemisphere is very good. Similarly, if you're good in your creative work, your right hemisphere is working faster. So the functions are also divided into left and right. And again, it is not that only left one is working or only right one is working at the particular moment. The whole brain is working all together, just that the particular side is more importantly influencing the processing of the function that you are performing. So suppose for the left hemisphere, we can say it controls language and all the academic activities which are related to your studies and all, and the right hemisphere is usually dealing with the images and spatial relationships and creativity, pattern recognition, all these things. And how are these two joined? These two hemispheres are joined by a bundle of myelinated fiber called corpus callosum. So this is the part in between here, this side, which joins the two hemisphere, left and right hemisphere together. So these are the different functions of different parts of the brain. And next in the next video we will move on to the spinal cord now. Thanks for watching.